Freaking CD Projekt Red announces another batch of layoffs are affecting around 100 employees, around 9%. Those are the developers that created The Witcher as well as the Cyberpunk series. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Fallout Wolf with the sub. Appreciate it. Friendly reminder, times is hard. CD Projekt Red has announced another batch of layoffs, this time affecting around 100 employees, or roughly 9% of the company's headcount. The redundancies won't take place immediately, according to CD Projekt Red, as some employees won't lose their job until early next year at the latest. Oh, thank God. Now they just have to think about it every day until it actually happens. What up, Loudy? There's no easy way to say this, but today we are overstaffed, said CEO Adam something in an organizational update posted to the company's website. We have talented people on board who are finishing their tasks, and based on current and expected project needs, we already know we don't have other opportunities for them next year. We continued. Freaking, I've always been curious of how like companies become overstaffed, quote unquote. I mean, it was obvious with Facebook, like they literally were just hiring everybody, but it doesn't. 100 though, compared to like laying off like 10,000 people with like Facebook is completely different. I've always been curious, like, I don't know, it's like I guess I'll be watching my money. I know if I don't need to be paying somebody, you feel me? Do they not have enough money? That's what you feel it is? It's more about they just want to make more money for less people. I'd rather know a project termination date than being surprised so I can have time to look for a new job. I mean, that's kind of what this is, because they said they're not being let go until yo, shout out to Escorns with the sub. They say they're not being let go till next year, so they'll have time to find another job. I mean, this is pretty much what it is. It's a project termination. At Microsoft, they hired thousands and growth rates didn't match what they expected. So it's basically them being like arrogant and just assuming they're always going to grow. And I've always found that fascinating, like the fascinating aspect of capitalism, where it's like, how much money is enough money, right? Like there's only so many people on Earth. Microsoft, there's only so many computers that can have Windows. And then the crazy part is you can't even assume everybody wants Windows. I mean, we were talking about it yesterday. Like they were talking about Linux and Ubuntu yesterday. Some people want Linux, some people want a Mac. There's only so many people you can sell to, and it doesn't matter how many ads you put out, doesn't matter how many deals you do. Some people just don't want Windows, or some people just don't want an Xbox, you know? So it's like, it's one of those things, it's like you have to sit back and think like, how much is enough, you know? Do you really need to gain 20% profit every year? It's okay to go +2. You still went positive. Yo, shout out to Samurai with the sub. Appreciate it. Big facts. I recently got let go of at Target right after rent was paid. I started planning on this new engine I had to buy for my car. My boss dropped a bomb. That shit is the worst fucking feeling. I know that feeling, bro. I remember the last like regular job I worked, seeing like people getting laid off, like the writings on the wall, because you know they're gonna get to you too, so you got to prepare for that shit. And then, but you have plans that you want to do other shit. That shit is the worst. And some people want to Ouya. Yeah, all right. Yo, shout out to Michael. Shout out to Michael with the sub. To meet our high expectations and ambitions to create the best role-playing games, we not only want to have the best people, but also the right teams. Yeah, that sucks. You get let go, and then they say they want the right team. So if you got let go, that means you ain't right for the team. What we mean by that is having teams that are built around our project's needs, teams that are more agile and more effective. Damn, they're not agile enough. After reshaping our development process and incorporating agile methodologies, we're now focusing on refining the shapes of our teams. Just say that you're overstaffed, bro. Like this type of stuff that would piss me off. Just, they're not agile enough. Why do I need to be agile as a game developer? Like, what? Are we running a 4-3 or are we making Witcher DLC? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? That rhymed. That wasn't intentional. So yeah, that should be interesting. I think these layoffs are interesting just because isn't like Cyberpunk on a high right now? Isn't it have like the big comeback? They had the television show, the DLC's going crazy. So I'm surprised they are laying off people, because the way the internet talks about their games, like they just printing buku money. But it looks like they are overstaffed. Interesting. And then I wanted to look at this real quick. This one's not that big, but Agile is a project style. It's like Waterfall and Kanban. I have no clue what that means. The new Xbox dashboard looks great. Still too many ads though. I'm not gonna lie, I never noticed ads. Maybe I don't play enough Xbox. But like, if you pay for Xbox Live Gold, you get ads on the dashboard. I never noticed. Is that the case? I just want to see the pictures. The new dashboard will slowly roll out to Xbox Series X and Series S users in the days and weeks ahead, including 5 main improvements. Adds quick access menu for Game Pass settings and more at the top. That's nice. Because there's been times where I'm like, where the fuck is the game on Game Pass? They be hiding that shit. Pushes the first group of icons lower to make room for the background art. That's actually nice, yeah. Introduces an option for dynamic game art so the background changes depending on the icon. So bootleg wallpaper engine. Curates a list of games you might be interested in. Bro, get this AI generated ass shit out there. What is the AI gonna recommend to a nigga who plays 2K? Hey, you might be interested. I've seen you play a lot of 2K24. Our algorithm thinks you'd be interested in NBA Live 18. What do you think? And then it lets you pin suspended games to the home screen. That Zion video was fire, adding something old and new. True. We trying. I got another video coming. It's like the longest script I ever wrote, apparently. That's why it's taking. I thought it was gonna be done on Tuesday. But I guess it's taking a long time to edit because it's a long script. It was supposed to be done Monday and then I could upload it Tuesday, but as you can see, it's Wednesday. It's still not done. So I'm hoping by the end of the day it'll be done. Because I'm actually curious to see how the video comes out. You play NBA 2K24, you might like NBA 2K23 for 50% off. Right. I mean, the design looks better. Nothing to rave home about. I always thought the design was fucking ass on Xbox. Any other news? I couldn't find anything interesting. Xbox Scarlet and Violet giving rare Charizards away for free. If everybody has it, it's not rare. That's why nobody loves these hoes. Like, what? They turn Charizard into a thought. Overwatch's Mercy says strong women don't have to be men. What does that have to do with anything? PS5 needs themes back. I feel that. Riot shows off League of Legends fighting game. We're gonna get to that. I'm just looking for articles specifically. Yo, did you hear where Star Wars Outlaws takes place during the movies? Nah, is there an article on that? This is the one time I'm giving you permission to link it. The 4K blue. Oh my fucking. Yo, Ronan, let me put you onto something. I appreciate the link. Let me put you onto something, bro. This right here, you can add it to your web browser. It's called Bitly. It's an extension. Anytime you're on a website, you just click this button right here. It'll create a link that you can copy, and it gives you a shortened link. Stop posting your Google searches in here, bro. Get the Bitly extension. That's half the reason your links are fucking annoying, bro. Man, be putting whole Google searches in here. Jesus Christ. All right, let's see. I appreciate the link, though. Star Wars Outlaws is set between. What if you're on mobile? I have Bitly on mobile too. It's the same thing. You just click the ... and on an article. Or like the share button, you can use Bitly to shorten it. You can get it on your phone. Haha. Is link clear the chat? You Ethos and Homeless was lit on Revenant yesterday. Yeah, I think we getting on it today. What's the name? I'm supposed to be playing Revenant. Remnant. Yeah, the game's lit. Star Wars Outlaws set between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, so you can do maximum crimes. So that's the last two, right, of the original trilogy. If you're going to put the word Outlaws in the title of your video game, then I hope there's plenty of opportunity to get out there, have some fun, and do some crimes. This is precisely why Star Wars Outlaws set between the events of Empire Strikes Back and the Return of the Jedi. A senior executive of Lucasfilm says, Matt Martin, a development executive for Star Wars games and a member of the Lucasfilm Story Group, says the gap between the two films is the best place to tell the story for Kay Vass. Ain't nobody calling that. I'm just gonna call her Kay. Okay, Kay. The rookie scoundrel who's the protagonist of Outlaws. In between the two films, the Galactic War is still underway. The Empire, who basically represents the law, are so focused on the rebellion. Martin says at a San Diego Comic-Con that it's really a perfect opportunity for the underworld and the criminal syndicates to take their piece between the laws distracted. So this is like peak Empire shit going on then. Is this event even canon? That is a good question. We know Cal Kestis is canon, so I'm curious if she's canon too. Does anybody have the answer for that? So a Vader cameo then? It's possible. This is peak Vader shit. Because the Empire is busy diverting its resources and attention to fighting a civil war, it creates an environment across the galaxy where outlaws can thrive. Steve Blank, director of the franchise, content and strategy at Lucasfilm, elaborates in a new behind-the-scenes video of the game. Wait, there's a video? In the video, Martin also reveals Outlaws will feature syndicates, both from existing lore and newly created ones for the game. I feel like the game's gonna be okay at best. That's how I feel too, King. I feel like this game, I feel like best case scenario. I'm not fucking leaving. Yo, shout out to K-Rod32. I'm predicting a 6 or a 7, but I feel like best case scenario, I just don't see this game getting anything higher than an 8. I mean, maybe if they show me something new that blows me away, but I feel like it's probably gonna get like, it looks like a 7 to me versus based off first impressions. The video also contains some bits of concept art, various hubs in the galaxy, which are home to both different syndicates further on, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, all right, what's this video about? This is from 3 days ago. How did I miss this? Dang, I never want to link shit.
Working on a Star Wars game is a dream come true.
Say it ain't so, Joe.
The toys. And it's wild to go from making these little stories on the carpet to actually build a narrative in the Star Wars galaxy.
Massive entertainment.
By the way, when I got off stream yesterday, because I was getting my ass whooped in Street Fighter yesterday. When I got off stream yesterday, I realized why my brain was so fried and my reactions and just my gameplay was so ass. I realized I hadn't drank any water since the start of the stream. I drank like an energy drink at the beginning, and then I didn't drink no water. We was having so much fun on Remnant, and then I hopped into Street Fighter. Plus, I took my dog for a walk, and it's hot outside. I ain't drink no fucking water. So friendly reminder, make sure to drink some water in this heat. And I didn't realize it till I opened my gym bag, and I realized I left my water bottle in the gym bag. And I was like, oh, I didn't drink no water for like 6 hours. Like, yeah, you gotta hydrate. My brain was fucking fried, so drink water, Chad.
Build an open world Star Wars game because it is inherent to their DNA as a studio to deliver on incredible open world experiences.
Massive entertainment or massive
Remnant making a case for game of the year. I've seen a lot of people say that. I've been watching a lot of tips and tricks videos, and Ethos even said it in the group chat. He's like, this is like some Elden Ring level of like depth to it in terms of lore and like unlocking new classes and resources and just exploring the world. And like based off first impressions that I yesterday playing it, I was like, I'm getting game of the year vibes from it too. Like, and this shit came out of nowhere. Elden Guns.
It'll be a fresh experience for Star Wars fans everywhere.
Immediately I had that in my head, all the possibilities of where do we want to go, what can we bring to Star Wars.
He said, damn, all right, I'm gonna have to cop.
Lucasfilm Games suggested that the perfect era to set Outlaws would be between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
What's great about that point on the timeline is this is a moment where
Did you try the other Prime flavors? Yeah, Prime is just nasty.
And the rebellion
Prime is just nasty. All the flavors.
And this
That
creates
shit is sugar water.
an environment across
You might as well
the
just drink
galaxy
Kool-Aid.
where outlaws can thrive.
And I don't like sugary shit. Poor Siggy. I think Siggy bought it. Everybody in the group chat's being peer pressured into getting it because everybody fucking with it.
Stepping into, and she sees the opportunity.
Thanks for the website on the
just like
Bitly. I got that bookmarked for next time. Just install the extension on your web browser. It's easier.
We will see some really cool syndicates, both from existing lore and newly created for.
Is there an AoE class in Remnant?
When you play Star Wars Outlaws, you get a chance to
With a
discover
Bohemian
what
Spice?
the world is like and live through those experiences.
What does that mean for gameplay, though?
Very high for Kay's journey through the underworld.
I'd tell you this much. They're putting heavy emphasis on this is the first time you get to experience the underworld in Star Wars. I'm going to tell you right now, if this game is rated T, it's a L. You cannot put heavy emphasis on exploring the underbelly of Star Wars, and then it's like this lighthearted, Marvel quip-heavy storyline. If we're gonna do the underworld, we're gonna have to get grimy. So I'm gonna say right now, like, if this game is rated T, there's no way it's better than a 7 out of 10 because you're lying about the game being grimy.
But
It needs an M
she
rating.
learns, she adapts, she sneaks around, and she finds herself in very important spaces with very powerful people.
Building the world of Star
Nah,
Wars.
I'm not gonna go back and play the first one,
First thing
Kami.
we had to
Not
do
if the second was
think
better.
of places
Facts,
where
niggas gotta die.
outlaws
Niggas gotta
thrive.
die.
These hubs of scum and villainy.
What happens in the underworld? I mean, one thing we do know that happens in the underworld is Princess Leia be butt-ass naked next to that fat-ass slug.
The most exciting thing is being able to go back to iconic locations that people know and love, but then diving into the Lucasfilm archives and really bringing them alive in a new but very genuine way.
Good job with the
not
Snorlax.
just about recreating Tatooine as you know it. Going back to the classic sources of spaghetti westerns, we try
Spaghetti
to recreate
western.
an authentic mood and feel as we build new points of interest to follow the already established history.
And there is a new location that we collaborated with Massive Entertainment on called Toshara. And this has been
Disney's very family oriented, so I don't know about that. I mean, it's possible. Isn't Daredevil? Isn't that going to be like an adult rated show? They said they're keeping it grimy, right?
a scoundrel fantasy at its beating heart.
Hang on!
Our goal is that
Star Wars stories, were they ever rated R? No. But the thing is, like, they're just putting heavy emphasis on, like, the crime life, and I just think it's weird to create a lighthearted crime story. Like, that literally doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if you're gonna go to the underworld, dark web type shit, like, it's got to be grimy. It doesn't make any sense to do all these fucking heavy quip-ass moments.
stepping into Star Wars. And that means going back to those Macquarie...
Deadpool's about to be rated R?
going
True,
back to
true,
those
true.
Johnston storyboards, Phil Tippett's creature designs, and creating a lived-in galaxy.
They also said they weren't gonna hold back on Moon Knight, and look at that. I didn't finish it, so I don't even know.
And bustling with opportunity that also is very grounded. And we're getting inspiration from the African savannah. But we still want to add
Tanzania.
an element. And that is what
Blade better be rated R?
like Star Wars.
That's if Blade comes out. Did you see Marshall Ali quit the movie, right? That movie, Blade ain't coming out anytime soon. That movie's in danger. Marvel's in danger, boy.
We want to give
Blade better be rated R. Blade better come out first.
stand out in the Star Wars galaxy.
You said, wait, what? Yeah, he quit. I swore I read that on Twitter. Hold up. What? How you spell his name? Ali Blade. Say, wasn't that a fake tweet? Was it? Did I get fucking fooled? Insider says he wants to leave. It might have been fake then. What were you doing in the first October 20th? You're gonna watch Kraven the Hunter? I'm not watching no Kraven the Hunter. Yeah, Twitter doesn't exist, just X. I guess the tweet was fake. Nothing came up. All right, I stand corrected. I take that L. That's why it's important to read the article. I just read the tweet. See, this wouldn't have happened on the old Twitter, but now that everybody's verified. You can thank, what's the name for that? A good old Elon Musk. Kraven from the game. Yeah, Kraven the Hunter's getting a movie. I'm not paying to see that shit. Actually, no, I'm not going to say I'm not going to pay to see it. That's a wait till the reviews come out. I'm not going to just go see that shit.
So there are
Because I already
wings
don't
with
care about the
planes,
character.
veins of amberine, and there's a vibrant.
Wait, since when? There's a trailer on YouTube. Look up Kraven the Hunter movie trailer. It came out like a month ago.
Into a huge
They've been working on it for a while. It's under the Don't get too excited. It's under the Morbius universe. It's under Sony. It's not an MCU movie. It's part of the not Morbius, but it's part of the Venom universe. So like, you know, Venom, Morbius, and then now him. He's the third one. I think they're putting together their own little Sinister Six for Andrew Garfield to fight or something.
that's ever present on Toshara.
The Morbiverse.
One thing that we need to always keep in mind is there's always a connection between the biome.
He said, "I never mind."
Flora, fauna, and the culture of the people who inhabit the place. From how the plants pollinate.
They're supposed to be coming out with a Silk movie too.
Resources are used in.
Is six Silk is a girl Spider-Man, right? I'm not gonna lie. If they're coming out with a Silk movie, I don't care about that.
local
Like,
clothing,
there's enough Spider-Man.
and how the locals have adopted wind into their way of life. We have
There's enough
created
Spider-Man.
everything with an authentic approach, so players will experience.
Yeah, they doing Madam Web,
like someone who actually is there.
but I feel like a Madam Web movie is just gonna be a live action Into the Spider-Verse, and it's like we already have that.
Next.
Working with Massive, we were able to really build out an authentic Star Wars world where you can travel, explore, and
Shout out to Iconic
in a
with the
way
sub.
that we really haven't been able to experience in modern Star Wars gaming.
Yeah, what's the gameplay like?
The high stakes scoundrel lifestyle and the open world promise allowed us to create a game within Star Wars that had never been done before. Not just exploring cities, but also getting onto your speeder.
You can tell this was made by the developers of freaking The Division. They got the same lines from The Division where you would move around.
Not just
That's from The Division right there. You would like you get the point where you want to go and cover, just like The Division.
getting onto your speeder and race across.
What if we made The Division in space?
Then jump into your ship, the Trailblazer, and go on an incredible adventure.
A Trailblazer.
We've only scratched the surface of what Star Wars Outlaws has to offer. There is so much more that you will get to embody and use and play when you become K-Vess.
Players are gonna love Star Wars Outlaws. It's gonna be exciting. It's very adventurous, and that's what makes it Star Wars. So I'm very excited to share that.
So, where do we go next?
You gonna play the Expanse Telltale game? I don't even know what that is. That's deep.
Star Wars Outlaws, coming 2024.
What up, JP? Very, very interesting.